Good morning, children. Yes, now let's start with the exercises bit of the lesson number 10, which we have already read. Lesson number 10, the signal part 1. Let's go through the pictures once again so that you get the idea and get the things in your mind once again. So this is going to be, I'm going to hide the answers, okay? Pause the video for some time. First, comprehension part, try to find out the answers by your own. Okay, so let's discuss now. Okay, now you can tally the answers. Take the correct options. The first one, Semyon had the chance to get acquainted with his neighbors because, you remember the old neighbor and Wesley? The other one, his neighbors, because. Now for what reason he had a chance to get acquainted, to get familiar. Get acquainted means to get familiar. See, they have given 4 options. Let's go through all the options, then you can get the idea. There were fewer jobs to do in the summer. The first one. B, fewer trains use that line. Number C, he was neglecting his duty. Not at all. So beta, both option A and B are correct. First one, there were fewer jobs. You remember in the lesson they have written like in the winter even he has to remove the snow, and this time fewer trains use that line, so he was having enough time to get acquainted with the neighbors. So number A and B are correct. Second, Semyon did not encourage Wesley to leave because he thought Wesley, yes, you remember when they both were talking, having the conversation, Wesley was not at all satisfied with the present circumstances, although Semyon was quite on peace, at peace, Semyon, and he was quite satisfied with the things. On the other hand, Wesley was not at all. He told that I'm going to leave the place and go from here because of the conditions, the things, the circumstances over there. But Semyon did not encourage Wesley to leave. So what is the reason? So let's go through it. Would not get a piece of land anywhere else. B, had more than enough to live on peacefully, and his wife had jobs. So beta, the B and C part both are correct, because Semyon, the way he used to think about himself, that he was quite satisfied, the same he thought for Wesley, had more than enough to live on peacefully, that here he must be having everything and it's going to be enough for him to live on peacefully. Second, moreover, Wesley and his wife both are having jobs, so this is the best place for him to live. So that is the only reason he did not encourage him to leave. When the inspector had seen Wesley's cultivated land, he had, now let's see, told Wesley to dig up the cabbages, fined Wesley 3 rubles, made a note against him. Yes, all the 3 are correct if you remember, if you recall the things. When Wesley did something over there in the vegetable garden, in the cultivated land, the plowed land, the inspector told him to dig up the cabbages. Whatever he has done over there, he has to dig up everything. And he even imposed fine on Wesley, 3 rubles. Then he even made a note against him, to the chief. So these 3 things happened. So D part is correct. All the options are correct. You got it, beta? Because you remember that was only one drawback. They have to ask for every small thing from the inspector. Here Wesley didn't ask. He started cultivating the land, and for this reason the inspector told, without my permission you are doing that, so dig up everything. Even he imposed fine, and he even complained against him. The chief visited the workers because he was, okay, let's see why the chief was there. He was looking into the Wesley's complaint, wanted to meet Wesley, wanted to check that everything was in order, or both the options A and B are correct. But a C part is correct, because you remember after that, Wesley, the chief visited the workers because the inspection was about to come. The inspection team was about to come for, so that prior to that, he thought he wanted to check everything was there in order. It's nothing to do with the Wesley complaint, nothing to meet for Wesley. Chief came for finding out that everything was there in order. Then B part is there. This is for reference to context. This we are going to do in the next video after finishing the book exercises. Then C part is the main question answers. This is think and answer. So this we are going to do after finishing the book exercises in the next video. Now better see word study. They have given something very interesting, that is epithet. About an epithet. What is an epithet? An epithet is a word which describes someone's character or quality. So better more like to explain you much more better, they have given directly an adjective or phrase that is used to describe someone's character or quality is known as epithet. Like here the word hot tempered. In the lesson, hot tempered describes whom? Wesley. You remember he used to lose the temper very easily. He was not having control on his anger. So the words which describe someone's character, they are known as epithet. In the next exercise, better they have given two strips like this. It's written box A, box B. They have given few words over there. You have to combine the words. You have to form epithet. And then you have to write the fill-ups accordingly. See, the first one is already given to you. The village sarpanch is a loud-mouthed man, but he is loved by all. Loud-mouthed. He used to speak, like anything, loud. But then also he was loved because he must be speaking the truth. He must be speaking on behalf of the villagers. He must be speaking about the problems. That is the only reason. Loud-mouthed. Otherwise, he was quite loud. This dash wrestler is sure to win the medal in the national games. Yeah, broad-shouldered. Here broad-shoulder means that powerful, strong. Wrestler is sure to win the medal in national games. Third, have you observed how the dash ponies walk up steep slopes? Steep slopes better means this kind. If just this is the mountain, you must have noticed the small ponies, the small horses, how they move, how they climb the even steep slopes because of the cold, but because they are cold-blooded ponies. They are made like that by God. They are not, they can grip over there firmly. They are not getting slip over there. Sure-footed. Again, sure-footed means those animals which are not, they are having the capability to keep on moving higher to the hills and all. Sure-footed animals surely hibernate during winter. They usually hibernate during winter. The new stadium, but hibernate means going from that place to other place because they are unable to bear the winter climate over there. So the sure-footed animals usually hibernate during winter. The new stadium has been designed as a hexagon, a six-sided figure. Hexagon, a six-sided figure. Yes, this side better. Now exercise F, they have given match the idioms with their meanings. You have to learn both the ways. Like, it's not only in the matcha form this question can come. They can simply ask you to write the meanings of these idioms. So let's try to understand. From far and wide. This is from almost everywhere. From far and wide. From almost everywhere. Now second, will go far. Will be highly successful one day. The meaning of will go far, will be highly successful one day. So far, until now, till this point. Until now, till this point. A far cry, very different. A far cry, very different. As far as one can see. In the way one understands. As far as one can see, in the way one understands. So better now the sequence here is 4, 5, 2, 3, 1. Please tally once again. Okay. From far and wide. Not clear. From far and wide, from almost everywhere. Will go far. Will be highly successful one day. So far, until now, till this point. A far cry. Very different. As far as one can see. In the way one understands. So better this will be more clear when you are going to solve this exercise. There they have written, rewrite the sentences in your notebook, replacing the underlined parts with the idioms given above. So this you have to write in your notebooks. This exercise in the notebook, keep in mind. So see better the line given over there, from the day we bought it till now, our car hasn't given us any problem. So here this is going to match with this. So far, because so far means until now, till this point. So this sentence is going to be like this. So far, our car hasn't given us any problem. In the notebooks you have to write the answers, but you have to write complete sentence. So far our car hasn't given us any problem. Life, second is life in a village is very different from life in a city. Very different. Fourth part, a far cry. Life in a village is a far cry from life in a city. That's true, little different. From whatever we have understood, Anya seems a talented illustrator. From whatever we have understood. Yes, as far as one can see. So this is going to start. A will be capital. As far as one can see. Anya, here comma will come. As far as one can see, Anya seems a talented illustrator. Yes, fourth one, all parents hope that their children will achieve great success in life. All parents hope that their children will go far in life. Will go far means, yes, will be highly successful one day. So this is going to be all parents hope that their children will go far in life. Yes, so keep on working hard, better, because your parents really expect so many good things from you, and keep on doing hard work. Number 5, as far as one can see, people came from all corners of the state to attend the Environment Day rally. Yes, from far and wide. Whereas from far and wide means from almost everywhere. People came from far and wide to attend the Environment Day rally. So here we stop it, and in the next video we are going to start the question answers, the reference to context. Okay, God bless you.